Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome to Cold Black Facts. Thank you guys for tuning in. So, I wanted to come and talk about this particular topic. As you guys can see on your screen, you have singer Ashanti, who recently posted a picture or a few pictures of herself in a bikini, traveling somewhere out of the United States, looking very good, as you guys can see. And then you also see a hater, right? You see a man who is literally hating on a woman. And so the post reads, being a fine 42-year-old with no kids and nobody want to marry you is not a flex. Now, this guy posted this up under her picture. And of course, the neighborhood talks picked it up, and you have people basically kind of having a little bit of a discussion about this, right? About women who are of a certain age, who has never been married, and who does not have children. Now, to me, this says a lot about the mentality of many people within the Black community. So for me, seeing this tells me that he and many like him would rather see an attractive, beautiful, successful woman as a baby mother than as a wife. They would rather see her as a baby mama. They would rather see her just be with somebody, anybody, just somebody. And that's the sad part about it, because we're so used to seeing Black women as baby mamas. And, it's like when we see a woman who's single, no kids, she's doing her. It's like, oh, well, she don't have anybody. So, no, maybe she just doesn't want to be a baby mama. Maybe she just doesn't want those statistics, those high statistics, because Black women are more likely to be baby mamas than they are wives. Maybe she just doesn't want to fall victim to that statistics. Maybe that. Okay, so now is a good time for those of you guys who get really triggered when we don't sweep stuff under the rug and we tell the truth about what's going on in the Black community. So if you are a person that gets triggered by facts, things that can be backed up by statistics, all right, factual things, when it comes to the Black community, then you need to click off. This is not the video for you, but you can come back to another video, because I'm pretty sure you'll find something on this channel that you like. Now, I am not making this video to be mean. I am not making this video to pass judgment, nor am I making this video to sit high and look low. That's not my personality, and I just don't get down like that. Now, what I am going to do is just be straight up honest, right? I'm going to be honest about some of the things that go on in the Black community as it relates to women, as it relates to single women, children, baby mamas, baby daddies, dusties, dustettes, things like that. So again, if you get triggered by content such as this or like this, please click off now. You've been warned. Now, I think what many people are missing, and what I did not see anybody say or bring up, was the fact that I don't think people realize if Ashanti wanted to be somebody's baby mama, because let's just be real here. In the Black community, you're either going to be a baby mama or you're going to be, a woman without children. There are way more baby mamas than there are married women. There are way more women who are not married than there are women who are, childless and who does not have a husband. So that basically means, and this is pure statistics, you guys, anybody can go look this up. And this is the thing. See, many in the Black community, we're so quick to call out, oh, look, Black children, black children grow up in single parent family homes at a rate of 70 something percent. Oh, Black women are not getting married, or Black women. See, people are so quick to point out those statistics when they're trying to prove some, really weak point that has no basis on anything. All right. People are so quick to state those statistics, but then when it comes to stating the complete opposite, right? So let's use those same statistics, right? Using those same statistics, that means that Ashanti is more likely to be somebody's baby mama, not somebody's wife. Black people are not getting married like that. All right. That goes for both women and men. And there are various reasons, and this video is not to get into the reasons as to why, because there are many reasons why, right? You got some people that say, oh, well, white supremacy broke up the black family. You got other people that say, oh, well, it's black women, modern black women doing X, Y, and Z. You got the other people that say, oh, well, the black community is full of dusty males. So, who are going to jail and criminals. And that's why, so you got so many different reasons and factors as to people may deem may be the reason, but this video is not for that. This video is simply to bring the facts, right? And, I know that may be hard for many of us to hear or for many of us to talk about, but it's the absolute truth. It's the absolute truth. To be somebody's wife, and those are the facts, and that the statistics backed up that statement as well. Now, I've said this next statement before, and I'll say it again. There is no shortage of dusty men within the black community. There is also no shortage of dusty women within the black community. Dustettes, all right? And so because there's no shortage, people think that, Ashanti, someone like Ashanti, right, an attractive woman who is successful within her own right. Ashanti is not your average woman. Your average woman is working a 9 to 5. Your average man is working a 9 to 5 or may not be working. It just depends, because again, on this channel, we talk statistics, right? I'm not saying something is not untrue. Either it's true or it's not. Your average person, black person, that is, man or woman, is not making Ashanti's money. Your average black person is also, is not necessarily a homeowner. Your average black person is not in the shape that Ashanti is in terms of, her body. She's a natural woman, no plastic surgery. All right. She is, a nice size, a proportion, nice size. That is not the average within the black community. And that goes on both sides, male or female. All right. Your average person cannot just get on a plane and travel and work when they get ready and work when they want to. Your average person cannot decide that they want to retire at the age of 42, which is how old Ashanti is. If Ashanti decided she wanted to retire today, I'm pretty sure she would have no problem doing so, because again, she's not your average. Many of us listening to this video, we are average, and there's nothing wrong with being average. However, let's just keep it real here. Ashanti is not your average. So if Ashanti wanted to be married or wanted to have a baby with a Dusty, because again, those statistics are in her favor. She's more likely to be a baby mama than she is a wife within the black community, which is going to lead me to my next point, because that's what she's been choosing from. We have not seen Ashanti with, a different race of man. All right. But I'm going to speak on that here in just a little bit. But I want to drive home the point that, because Ashanti is not your average woman, right? We can't use average talking points towards Ashanti. It just doesn't work. Right. So maybe where, a woman who may not have her same shape, she may not be, as attractive or whatever. And even if that was the case, again, back to my original point, people don't realize, like, being with a Dusty is not hard. Like, anybody can find a man who wants to lay up under a woman while she goes out and work, right? Any woman can go and find a Dusty who wants to, just get this woman pregnant and not marry her. Any woman can find a Dusty who, would want to move into her home and, basically just lay up in her home and basically not bring any woman can find that. Like, that's not hard. Any race of woman can find that, especially in the black community. There's no shortages of Dusties. So if Ashanti wanted to be married, she could. Now, again, who's to say this woman is not on vacation with her man? This woman lives in the public's eye. She does not have to share her life with us. And see, this also opens up another conversation about how many of us, not all, many of us, not all, we think that, oh, just get with somebody just to say that you have somebody. Regardless of the type of person that is, regardless of, whether or not you and that person is on the same wavelength, regardless of, any of that, just get with somebody as long as they look good, just to say that you have somebody. And, those days are done. Those days are over. So many women are, waking up. They're not doing that. They're not settling. So many women are just willing to say, you know what, if I can't be with someone who I think is, a compliment to me, my lifestyle, what I want to do, the things that I want, the goals that I want to achieve, the things that I want for myself, for my life, for my kids, then I'm just not going to do it. The days of Big Mama and them, getting with, some dude. And I'll give you a good example. Let me give you some examples that you guys recognize. So the days of like the Whitney Houston and the Bobby Browns, those are over. Those are over. We kind of see it right now with Blueface and Christian Rock. But again, look at that relationship. Who wants that? Who wants to hold anybody down? It doesn't matter if it's a man or a woman. And to be quite honest, I only see this with women. I have never seen a man hold a woman down while she do all kinds of stuff to him, while she cheat on him, while she's having babies on him. I've never seen a man, or like I've seen with women, stick it out, right? Women are not for having the Carmelo Anthony and his what was her name? Lala Anthony. Women are not for that. Women are not for staying married to a man and he goes and have multiple children outside of the marriage and then we just stay like Big Mama did. Those days are done. Women are not for that. All right, let me give you some more. Women are not for the T.I. and Tiny's relationship. The whole open relationship. Tiny is a married woman, but look at what she's enduring. Many women, we don't want that. A woman don't want that. For those women who are okay with that and that's what they want, that's them. But the majority, first of all, the majority of black women ain't finna share. That's number one. And number two, the majority of black women, we don't even get along good enough to be sharing a man. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of that, it's a lot that goes into that. It's, the communities that we're raised in, the people who raising us, there's a lot of different factors that go into that. Do we have the capability? Absolutely we do. As a group, as a community, I believe we do. Personally, I believe that. But right now, there's so many different things out there. There's so many different people going so many different ways to where we don't even get along enough to do that. But people don't want that type of relationship. People don't want to be baby mamas, like the baby made his few baby. He's got 3. Future, how many baby mamas does he have? NBA Youngboy, Rick Ross, even Michael Jordan. Nobody wants to be married to somebody for almost 30 years and then they get divorced only for him to go to another woman and, create more children. And nobody wants to do that. Nobody wants to sign up for that. Nobody. So the days of, I'm getting married just because, those are done. And it's good to see that Ashanti, now whether or not she wants marriage, nobody knows. This woman, nobody knows. But seeing, women like Ashanti, seeing women like, what's the other one? Maya, single, no children, living their life, doing things to their own tune, their own beat. And I'm pretty sure maybe when the right man comes along, maybe they will. But it's nothing wrong with being attractive. It's nothing wrong with aging gracefully. It's nothing wrong with, living your life until what you want comes along. And my last point that I want to make is that these women, many of these women, Shanti, the Mayas of the world, a lot of, them being single has a lot to do with them only dating within the black community. If these women were to do like Eve did, the rapper Eve, and go outside of black men, they could have been married. They could be married right now. But what do we see? These women have only dated within the black community. And the men that they dated were not ready for marriage. And that's just what it is. Because if the men that they've dated were ready for marriage, these women would be married. Now, everybody has their issues. This is not to say that Ashanti doesn't have issues. We all have issues. Everybody. I don't care how good you look. I don't care how attractive you think you are. I don't care, what skin tone you are, what your hair texture is like, everybody has their own issues. So this is not saying that Ashanti does not have issues, but we all have issues. And I can guarantee you that if this woman wanted to be in a relationship, if she just wanted to, she could go find the quickest Dusty to get with. And they could be married. I mean, she could. I mean, I'm not gonna even call this man a Dusty, but let's just be real here. Nicki Minaj, her husband, she got him right when he got out of prison. She got pregnant. They got married. Everybody don't want that. Everybody doesn't want a guy that's been to prison. Unfortunately, you have some women who don't mind that because they're used to that, because they come from a family where, that was something that went on, but everybody doesn't want that. Maybe some women who've seen that in their family, they say, you know what? I don't want that. That's not what I want for myself. And that's okay. And it goes both ways. But again, Ashanti's a woman, so we're talking about women. But that's all I have. I want you guys to get down in the comment section. What are your thoughts? There's no right or wrong to whatever you may think. However, I do want you guys to keep in mind all the different elements and the factors that go into why anybody can be single. Men typically, if your money is up, you dress nice, you smell good, you clean, you can have a woman. And vice versa. For women, if you look good, you keep yourself right, you keep your appearance up, you're willing to date, all types of men, step outside of your comfort zone. So, some women, they only date, football players, basketball players, or people in entertainment. Maybe if they stepped out of that and dated, somebody in tech or whatever, that's what I'm meaning. So stepping outside of your comfort zone, opening up your options, not doing what you're used to doing, you can be with somebody. I truly believe that. So that's all I have. Let me know what you guys think about the video. Thank you guys for listening. I appreciate you guys. You guys take care.